Dude, so I'm on Pretzel Rocks. I have the metal mix,
Uh-huh.
which is great, but there's only like 11 songs.
How many do you really need? Want to talk some horror movies?
Yeah, let's fucking do it. Let's get some horror movies down.
This is where we hold them! This is where we fight! This is where they die! And these shields fly!
Dude.
I know we're playing this one fast and loose. No talking points. It's just off the cuff.
Yeah, you know, just keep it OG. What about, I think I was thinking about this earlier today, like what about, like people, we watch movies that are like fucked up, right? But it's like fairly normal dudes, like I feel like we're fairly well adjusted and not super weird, but the entertainment that we watch is questionable. We're like,
we sat through Gummo together. We watched that.
God, that movie was terrible too.
I was just talking about that to somebody today because they were talking about Wheezy was talking about eating whilst shitting, and he's like, "I've drank in the shower." But,
you ever have spaghetti in the shower?
I was like, "Yeah, you ever have spaghetti in a bath?" Because fucking they did in Gummo, and that was the worst movie I've ever seen ever. And I've seen a lot of shit movies, but yeah.
And you know what's funny is people talk about that movie too, where they're like, amazing what they did, what they were able to capture in that film.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really? Did we watch the same movie?
Yeah. It's like, I didn't see anything good that was captured.
That movie
I saw
was
Kids.
shit.
I saw Kids, which was another real fucked up movie
I've seen
made
it.
by the same director. It was the same person.
I
who made the
have
movie.
no legs. I have no legs.
Yeah.
I have no legs. I have no legs.
So that movie was real fucked up.
Yeah.
But there was substance behind it, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? These are just fucking
And there was nothing happening. There's like,
town
there's no
from-
plot.
Yeah. Just the happenings of a tornado-stricken town in backwoods Iowa? Was it Iowa? Or Idaho? Or somewhere.
It's all the same. It's a flyover state.
Roy always wore these dark sunglasses. My brother always wore the same kind of sunglasses. He sang that song Crying. You know that song?
But yeah, that was...
I think it was like Indiana.
Yeah. It doesn't.
Either way, it doesn't.
It was awful.
Shithole.
Yeah. It was terrible. But yeah, we do watch some fucked up shit to your...
We were talking last week about Dead Girl.
What, baby?
Like that qualifies as like that
Yeah.
is happening.
Dude, I love that movie so much.
Two kids, two high school kids, strolling
Break
through
into it, yeah.
in a
Break
ba-
into an abandoned insane asylum.
and
then
they discover a zombie tied up to a bed, like a gurney. So they do what every high school
every
kid would do.
16-year-old boy would do is they fuck it.
They fuck it.
JT, what the hell, man? What's going on?
You can believe this.
We gotta get out of here, JT.
Come on, second.
keeper.
A lot.
Come here, baby.
And didn't they like whore her out too? Like they were like, "Hey, pay us some money,
they
and you
did.
can come
started
fuck our
charging
zombie."
for fucking to have people come through and go up. No, okay. To
But
come through and
in
do
the
whatever.
end, it all worked out okay because she got loose, and then we're left just to assume that she killed everybody.
Oh no, she killed all the people that had raped her. The one kid that didn't, she let go.
That was nice. I don't remember the end, obviously, but
the zombie bit the girl that he was infatuated with.
Mhm.
So then he locked her up in like his house, and now she's the zombie, and he keeps her locked in his room.
This is
like a fucking
I
weird
vaguely
bastard.
remember that. Vaguely. Yeah. It's been a long time too since we saw it. Was probably like 8 years ago, 10 years ago, give or take.
Whatever. It's still fresh in my mind because of what a cinematic masterpiece that movie was. I loved it so much.
Did you ever see Teeth?
I did. That movie
That's
was
another
hilarious.
Good one. That's a good one.
Not as good, but it was funny. Hey, give me 2 seconds. I gotta cut out for the babies being needy.
Go.
Right back.
There's a baby over there.
There is a baby here.
Being a baby. There he is. Welcome back, compadre.
Oh, thanks, man.
Such a good dad.
How did you know? How did you know I was back?
I could see you.
Oh, you can see me.
You have a
There
camera.
I forgot you're not just staring at my stream. I'm such a good streamer.
You're maybe the best.
Yeah, probably. Probably best streamer ever. Oh, so you saw me rocking the baby and shit too, huh?
I sure did.
Oh, man.
Well, we could see your shadow from the back.
Ah, okay.
On the wall back there, so we could see what you're doing. She was sleepy.
She was sleepy.
She was fighting it, though. She fought the good fight.
Hard. She did. For a good, 4 or 5 minutes? Something like that?
It was for 10. That's okay.
Not bad.
Me and Cormorf were talking. Cormorf does not like scary movies.
No?
He likes action films. He said as a kid, Jurassic Park gave him nightmares. Kind of puts things into perspective for you. But in his defense, he was 3 or 4 years old when he saw it.
Oh, okay, that's fair. That's fair. I loved that movie when I was I guess I could see where that would be scary, though. The point is, you're still alive when they're eating you. It's like, oh wow, all right, fucking get in there, Dr. Grant. Remember when he was telling that kid right in the beginning?
Yeah.
Like, yep.
You make eye contact with it. It looks at you, and you look right back at it. It just stares, and you hold still, thinking that maybe its vision is based off movement, like the T-Rex. Stare at it. It just stares right back at you. And then it happens from the side, not from the front. And they slash at you with this.
From 2 other raptors he didn't even know were there. It's like, wow. That's terrifying.
They slash at you here and there, spilling your intestines. Point of the matter is, you are alive when they start to eat you. So maybe a little respect, huh? Okay.
That was so good.
Was good.
So fantastic. Oh man. So yeah, sorry.
Very good.
Pick up where we left off. Horror movies. Teeth was the last thing.
Teeth was such a piece of shit.
Fucking Teeth. Teeth was a shit movie.
Teeth
like,
was.
It made me laugh. I definitely laughed at it, at how ridiculous it was. But you know.
For the viewers at home, Teeth was a movie about a girl in high school who had sexual relations for the first time, and it turns out that her vagina had razor teeth in it, so that any dude who tried to give her the "oh, how you doing," he lost a doing, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. They called it something ridiculous, like genitalia dentata or something.
That was
something
it.
like that.
That was it.
He's like, yeah, you got teeth in your junk. And she just had, she did her kegels apparently because she could control it, and it bit a dude's dick off. Like off.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's that movie was such shit.
Mm-hmm.
But Dead Girl was super good.
Mm-hmm. I actually like that movie.
Obscure fucking horror movie that I've seen. It's really good.
And it's funny too, is I've seen so many bad horror movies that I'm like, I can't even recall them at this point.
Yeah.
Like I'll watch a movie halfway through and be like, oh shit, I've seen this before.
Yeah. One of the good ones that I liked was I don't know if it's real obscure, but Drag Me to Hell. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, it was good. That was a great movie.
That one made me laugh a lot, just because that poor girl had so much shit thrown into her face. Like there was the gypsy's eye or whatever, eye pus went into her mouth, and then when she was getting haunted by whatever the demons and shit were, it spewed cockroaches and shit into her screaming face. I'm like, oh man, you've eaten so much terrible shit.
Yeah.
Over the course of this film. That's awful.
And then when I'm going to hell anyway.
Yeah, fucking, because she had a locket or something. I don't remember what the hell it was. It was something stupid. Like I remember watching the whole movie and I was like, oh, that's awesome. But then like the end,
Oh.
Like, nah. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
What the fuck are you gonna do? Oh, what else? What else we got? I don't know, man.
Did you ever find Chucky intimidating?
No, not even a little bit.
I feel like I have a hard time with a character that I feel like I can punt like a good distance.
Right? How much strength does he have in that little body? Because it seems like a lot based off of the things that he was able to accomplish.
I get it. Like little people can pick up a lot of stuff, but I can still kick the shit out of one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fucking, I do. I'm picking up what you're putting down, man. It's like just fucking tear his insides out. Just hold both of his arms like this, because that's all you need.
Got him.
Yeah, just
I win.
Problem solved. But I guess then there wouldn't be any movies. There would have been no franchise. Like Jason, I get, and Freddy Krueger, I get. Freddy Krueger was terrifying to me because he was in your dreams. Like you can't stop that. That's something you can't control. It's just like you gotta fucking sleep. So Wes Craven was a fucking genius for that, because you're so vulnerable. That's your most vulnerable point.
Unless you're a dream warrior like Dokken.
Oh man, do you remember that one? I think it was the fourth one.
Do I remember Dream Warrior? Fuck yeah, I do.
The Nightmare on Elm Street movie.
Yeah, it was good.
That one. Okay, yeah. Fucking so good. Oh man.
The Cormer says they don't mind the Saw movies, oddly enough. No, I liked the Saw movies.
So the Saw movies aren't. I don't really consider those horror movies.
Ooh,
you know?
I was glad you said that, because we're going to talk about that. What qualifies a movie as a horror movie?
Right. Those are like torture porn. Is what I would classify like the Saw movie, like Saw and Hostel and.
Ooh, Hostel was good.
Hostel was good. Second one was okay, but
I forgot they made a second one.
what's another one? Or Cube? Cube is another one.
Let's see it.
Those were good.
Those
were actually really.
It's
good.
in my Netflix queue.
You should
all the
watch it.
cubes are.
It's really good. The first one is the best because it's. Just watch it, and we'll talk about it another time.
Okay.
It's ambiguous, and it's really cool. I like it. But yeah, those are more torture porn, I think, than real horror. Horror is the way that I think about it is. There are two types. There's the slasher horror, right?
Yeah.
That are just fucking a person or an entity that are just fucking
killing everybody.
Plowing through, killing everybody.
It's racking a body count.
Yeah. And then there's the psychological horror ones.
Yeah, those are my favorite.
Fuck yeah, those are my favorite too. The ones that fuck with your mind. Speaking of that, the one that you actually told me about, I think, was that oh god, what were all those ghost movies? Paranormal Activity, right? The
Paranormal Entity.
Paranormal Entity.
It was great.
So much better than Paranormal Activity.
Charlotte 911, what's your emergency?
Please. Send help. It killed her. It killed her. My family's dead.
Can you tell me what's happening?
I started watching it. You told me about it.
Yeah.
And this is right around the time, like, it was before we were like recommending movies to each other.
Yeah.
We knew they were the same person, and we're both gonna enjoy it. So I was like, I went into it with zero expectations. Like, I'll watch it because he asked me to, but this is gonna be a waste of my fucking time.
Yeah.
And then I watched it, I was like, oh shit, like there were parts in that movie that made me uncomfortable. Like I was just like, ooh,
not okay with that.
I don't, or parts where I was like, oh shit, like jump scares, but not the way that most jump scares are done, where something lashes out at you. It was just something was there that you didn't expect to be there. Like it wasn't. There are a lot of movies that will place jump scares, and you're like, yeah, there's gonna be somebody right behind him when he turns around.
Yeah, like you can see him coming.
Yeah, but in Paranormal Entity, it just fucking happened out of fucking nowhere, and it genuinely startles you. So it was.
Yes, you know, a perfect example of that. I know exactly what you're talking about. The Ring closet scene.
I saw her face.
Oh yeah, where she just pops in there.
Because all she is just But the way that it like it gets in your face, and you're like, get it away from me. It's not startling. It's not or anything like that. It's just like, I don't like that. Get it away from me.
Yeah, fucking. Those are my favorite ones, and it's unfortunate that there aren't a lot of those.
Because they're hard to make, is why.
They're
significantly harder to write that than it is like, we're gonna cut that guy's head off.
And that one, and these 6 other people.
Yeah. Cormac the Wolf says Alien. Ooh, that's a good movie.
That is a very good movie, because that's a little of both. That's kind of a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, because it's. I don't know. I don't know if I do slasher though, but it kills people. It fucking gets in there.
It runs through them all, but yeah, it's more along the lines of
the anxiety that it fills you with from just this one fucking thing, and that's just killing everybody, and you have seemingly no recourse against it. It's just like, well, when's my turn? And that's why I think. Did you ever play Alien Isolation?
No, but I watched enough of it to know.
It's very much brings that same feel back, and I love that they kept the retro computers.
Yeah.
Like the style and everything from like the 80s. I really like that, but it gives you that same feeling because it's just one fucking xenomorph that's just plowing through everybody.
Yeah.
And it just gives you the sense of dread because you're pulling out this fucking thing constantly. And I first played it on the PS4, and with that one, if your mic's on, it can hear the background noise around you.
Oh no shit.
So if Boomer's snoring and I'm hidden in the locker, the fucking alien's gonna be like, found you, bitch.
Boomer, shut up.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, dog. I haven't saved in 20 minutes.
That was a great franchise too, just because of the stark difference between Alien and Aliens.
Yeah,
you have your horror style, and then you have straight combat style of movie, like an action-based movie.
Yeah, I liked that.
Really
that
well done.
A lot.
I think Aliens is one of my favorite movies of all time. Like, I will never not watch that all the way through. That's it. I'm like, yes, I love that movie.
You know what? Fucking there's only one time I've got a pretty strong stomach for most things, right? But I remember I was just telling Marie about this the other day. I remember the only time that I've ever been grossed out by a movie to where like I lost my appetite completely. Like it takes a lot for it's only happened fucking once. Was in Aliens. What was the android's name that Lance Henriksen played?
Bishop.
Bishop, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when Bishop's dead and all
That
the android blood,
yellow,
which is all
like
just
that
all
milky,
yeah. I was eating a bowl of macaroni and cheese out of this yellow bowl, and I was like 9 or 10, and I'm just fucking plowing away at it, and it's all thick and creamy.
Yeah.
And then I'm just looking up at Bishop being like talking with it like hanging
Gurgling
out of his
it.
mouth and shit, and I'm like,
nope.
I'm done. And I never never didn't finish meals.
Never had a problem with that.
So my mom's like, "Are you feeling okay?" I was like, I'm just full.
I don't want to eat anymore.
But yeah, that's the only time. And I remember when I was done, I was walking back to my room because I just didn't want a part of the movie anymore. You know what I mean? Because that just made me feel that way. And I was like, "God, you're such an idiot. It's just a fucking movie. Like, what's your... This better never happen again. This shouldn't be a regular thing." Like, having this internal argument with myself about what a bitch I was being for not being able to finish a bowl of macaroni and cheese because of the fucking movie.
At age 9.
Yeah, at age 9. But dude, do you know what movie that I love? And it's a horror movie that's very, very aware of what it is Cabin in the Woods.
I love that movie.
Lambs have passed through the gate. They are come to the killing floor.
Get this party started!
I seriously believe something weird is going on.
That is probably
I was
my favorite
super
horror
into that movie.
because it's every horror trope ever. Like, I remember going when I first saw that movie. I can't remember if it was in theaters or not, but I remember watching it, and it just opens with these guys in fucking suits and ties and shit on one of those little golf carts going through a warehouse and shit. And I'm like, are we on? No, it wasn't the theater, because I remember being like, am I in the right fucking movie right now? Like,
yeah.
I went outside and I looked, and I was like, yeah, fucking, this is the one. And it just wasn't what I expected it to be at all.
I expected Cabin Fever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it was none of that. And it was every horror movie.
It's great.
Mashed into one, and it was, oh God,
and it was funny too. Like, it made you laugh.
Mm-hmm. Because it didn't take itself too seriously, you know. And the lore behind it too was interesting. That they had to do this to appease these old gods.
Yeah.
Like, it was cool. It was interesting and unique, and something that hadn't been done that way ever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's probably one of my favorite horror movies ever, is that one.
I think that movie, like, when I figured out, like, because I had no knowledge or expectations going into it either, and when I finally watched it, it was the scene where Thor ramps try to leap his bike over that. It is
the force field.
I lost my shit.
But I'm coming back here. I'm coming back with cops and choppers and large fucking guns, and those things are gonna pay. For Jules.
Don't hold back.
Never do.
Doing the heroic fucking things like, I'll get help, guys. Just looking all badass. I can't remember, but his shirt was probably ripped off of him in various degrees, and and it's like, oh, he's gonna fucking make it. He's gonna do it. It's like, wow. Well, that happened.
He didn't make it. Spoiler alert.
You think he's gonna be a
I got a good laugh out of that.
Yeah, that whole movie was just so good. What else? What other horror movies? I don't know, man.
Cabin Fever, speaking of which, was really gross.
It was really gross.
Dude, we all remember the same scene too, right?
Yep.
Shaving the legs.
Oh, nope, that's not the one I remember.
I was thinking that when that girl was like in there shaving her legs, and she shaves it and her skin just comes off. I'm like, oh, I'm out.
I remember when old boy was trying to finger blast his crush that was clearly not feeling well. But he's just in there. It's like, well, this is my only chance. I'm gonna fucking do it. And then he comes up with all this blood on his hands. It's like, oh god.
Yeah.
That's the one I remember.
Speaking of which, what was that movie that was?
Speaking of finger blasting.
Yeah. It was infected.
Tell me about it.
It was where the girls goes to that party and bangs in some dude's car and then gets like an STD.
Oh my god.
And do you remember the one I'm talking about?
It's called It Follows.
No.
Yep, it is.
Hang on, I'm looking it up.
They bang in the dude's car, and then he ties her up to a chair and explains to her that there's this demon that walks after you, and if it catches you, it kills you.
Yeah, it's probably the same premise, but it's not what I'm thinking of.
I did not like that movie at all.
I think that's what it was. Oh, that's something very different too.
Go look up It Follows.
I did it. Okay. Girl gets sexed, turns into zombie.
Oh yeah, that's different.
Contracted. How does fucking Google know what I'm talking about? Here you go, stream. Look at this. That's exactly what I would. Girl gets sexed, turns into zombie. First one. Contracted. It's exactly what I was thinking of.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
I didn't ever see that.
She gets an STD from this dude, and then it winds up turning her into a zombie. And that is bad.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all. I don't know. But It Follows, man, was not great. Did you see that one?
I don't think so.
It wasn't good. It was exactly what I just explained. So this chick bangs her boyfriend in the back of his car. He drugs her, I guess, and ties her to a chair in a parking garage and just leaves her there. Or explains to her whilst she's tied up, hey, there's this ghost that's coming after me. I had sex with you so that it'll start going after you. You need to have sex with somebody else so that it starts going after them. But if it kills them, it's going to start going after you. So it just goes down this long line. But when it pursues you, it's just walking. Like, it's not running. It doesn't just appear. It walks in real time, just walks at you. And it can appear like somebody else, or it could be invisible and shit. And I was like, that's not that scary. Like, if you see something just coming at you at a brisk walk, just looking right at you, just light jog away, get to your car.
Just move to Florida. You'd be good to go for like 9 months. And then at that point, move back to Ohio.
Fly out to Amsterdam, hit the red light district up one time.
Good luck.
What's he gonna do? Walk through the ocean?
Yeah.
Have fun with that. Ghost.
Checkmate. Checkmate.
Yeah, that movie was not good. But what there was that zombie show that came up on Netflix not that long ago that I told you to watch. You probably didn't.
What was it called?
I don't remember.
was a zombie show?
It was a zombie show, yeah. It fuck me. It was really well done. Black Summer. Black Summer is what it's called.
Yeah, I'm looking it up.
Yeah, look that up right now.
I feel like I saw that.
Maybe you did. But it's like your typical, hey, zombies are here now, apparently. And it follows these different people. And they end up all meeting together, but it's a very streamlined version of like The Walking Dead, you know?
Yeah.
Because in The Walking Dead, there will be episodes of them all just wandering, and that's it.
Oh yeah, I saw it. I watched it.
Yeah, it was really well done, and people die, like main characters die, and you're like, oh shit, that sucks for that guy.
I saw that. See, I watch the things you tell me to watch, just not all of it.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Like Dark, I couldn't get into that one.
It was because of the subtitles.
And it was subtitled. It was like originally in like Swedish or some shit. I don't fucking know. I was out. Like, I'm not watching.
Yeah, it was that. That show is a fucking mind fuck. Like,
you just dropped 3 fucks in one sentence. That's well done, man. Well done.
Fucking mind fuck. Yeah, it's that one has to do with like time travel and parallel dimensions and all this under a tree with nuclear waste and shit and time paradoxes and just lots of stuff. Lots of solid stuff, man. It's awesome. You should watch it, but I get it. It's not doing the subtitles is not everybody's cup of tea.
It's hard.
I know, reading sucks.
I know. I'm like, I'm sleepy now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a nap.
What else? I don't know, man.
Good.
Horror movies are amazing. I love horror movies. They're my favorite. We need more of them. I really want to see It Chapter 2.
Yeah, it looks
Did you
good.
like the first one?
I love the first one.
First one was very well done. I've heard from people the first one is still better than the second one.
That's how it always works.
But the second one is what you expect it to be.
Yeah.
Like if you want to go see a clown scare the shit out of some adults, you're gonna get that.
I'm into it.
Yeah, I like that a lot. The first one was really good. Like the first
Original,
iteration
OG
of it. Oh, fun fact with it, the original one with Tim Curry.
Mm-hmm.
Tim Curry is deathly afraid of clowns. So when he dressed up as a clown, he had it written in his contract that that there could be no mirrors on set, so that he didn't see himself dressed up as a clown because he
didn't want to see that.
Yeah, terrified.
I did not know that. That's interesting.
I didn't either. I thought that was pretty cool. And it seems odd that that's something Tim Curry would be afraid of with all the other things that he's played. Like the fucking giant devil in fucking Legend. You remember that?
He was the devil in that movie?
He was the devil in Legend, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, fucking got right in there. Tim Curry's a beast. Do you remember Fern Gully?
Oh, no, I don't remember. Yes, but I don't remember it, though.
Yes, you did.
I saw it.
He was the pollution monster in Fern Gully.
Hang on.
Yeah, look it up.
I'll look it up, too. Fern Gully? I made 2 of them.
Did they? That sounds terrible.
The animated movie?
Yep. Just look up pollution monster. Or smog monster, I don't remember. Fuck it is.
Oil monster.
Oil monster. But, so when he's saying, it reminded me of the Rocky Horror Picture Show when he's singing the Sweet Transvestite.
Yeah.
He sings just like that in Fern Gully. So if any kid's seen a Rocky Horror Picture Show, Fern Gully is not going to sink in well for them.
That's funny. How you feeling, man? How you feeling? You feeling lucky?
Yeah, bro. I'm so good at everything. I've got this new keyboard, so I'm pretty much the best at everything at this point.
You ready to try your luck at the Rotten Tomatoes game?
Yep. Keyboard's
right.
handy.
Do you remember how to play?
I do.
All right. So this game is going to be I took vigorous notes, and
Good.
so I don't have to sit and go through it. These are all based off of horror movies, both classic and modern.
Good. Hey, do me a favor. I remember how to play, but for the viewers at home who may be watching us for the first time, or
we're going to go over the rules
that are here live. Okay, yeah.
Okay. So the score is based off of golf score. So you wanted the lowest score possible. We're going to base every movie off of the Rotten Tomatoes score. It's just regular Rotten Tomatoes, not the audience and not the top critics. And for every percentage point that you are off, you get a point. So let's say a movie is 60%, you guess 65, you get 5 points. And you want to get as little as possible. You guess the score exactly, you get a 5-point deduction. You get -5. And let me know when you are ready, sir, and we'll get it going.
Give it to me. Right, I'm ready.
And I'm actually going to jot your scores down here.
Good. Because math was hard last time.
I made fun of us a lot.
I know, that was real good.
Math is hard. All right, we're going to start off with a modern movie that I know you've seen.
Okay.
It is from 2018, a silent horror film about monsters killing without prejudice, anything that makes a sound, starring John Krasinski and Emily Blunt, directed by John Krasinski. A Quiet Place.
I'm going to say 93%.
Your guess, 93%. Quiet Place is certified fresh at 95%.
Oh,
you were so close.
Damn it.
Very good, buddy.
Not terrible. Good start. Off to a good start.
All right. Your next movie, we're going to go back in time a little bit for this one.
Let's do it.
Is from 1990, wildly accepted as the worst movie ever made. It's where a family goes on vacation to a small town when they probably should have and could have gone to Miami. They discover that an entire town is inhabited by goblins disguised as humans who want to eat them in the misnamed film Troll 2. Oh my god. This is starring Who Gives a Fuck and directed by some cheese dick.
Powers of evil are very strong here. I must leave.
They're eating her. And then they're going to eat me. Oh my
God! That's awesome. That's... Was it better than Gone in 60 Seconds? Can you tell me that?
I can't tell you that.
Rated higher than that?
Wildly accepted as the worst movie ever made. Here's a fun trivial fact about this one is the director did not speak English, and none of the actors spoke the language he spoke, and it was not translated to them. So really? They were directed not as best as they could.
Hand signals.
Yeah.
All right, so let's.
Also, keep in mind one other thing. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna interject one more time. All right. Movie is called Troll 2.
About goblins.
And it's about goblins. There are no trolls in this movie.
7%.
All right, you're having a good game here. Trolls 2 is rotten at 6%. You're 2 movies in and still under 5 points. This is a phenomenal game.
But I want negative. I want to nail one.
You are doing very, very well. All right. Now we're going to go back to the days of lore of the considered the scariest movie of all time. Of course, it's 1973 horror classic about the last sanctioned exorcism in the United States, starring Linda Blair, Max von Sydow, and Jason Miller, directed by William Friedkin. The Exorcist.
The one hope. The only hope. The Exorcist.
Let's 89%.
I have to go back and check the score on this one.
Okay.
Certified fresh. 85%.
Fuck me.
Said 89?
I did.
You're having a really good game, buddy.
I know my horror films, man.
All right. 2 left. Let's see if you can keep this one under 10 points. This is where shit gets a little bit more difficult, though. I amped up the difficulty as things progressed.
Kicked it up a notch.
Yes, this one is from 2003. A True Battle Between the Ultimate Evils, starring Robert Englund, Ken Kresinger, Kelly Rowland, and Catherine Isabel. Directed by Ronnie Yu.
99 Maniacs or something like that.
Freddy versus Jason.
Warn your friends. Warn everyone.
Welcome to my nightmare.
Oh God.
This is fun. Kelly Rowland is actually a member of Destiny's Child, and Catherine Isabel is in. She was in. Like, I remember looking this up and be like, oh no shit, she's in that. She was in Stranger Things. She plays the girl who has money and one of the kids' older sisters. There's a picture of her up here right now. You just can't see it.
It'll be there in post.
And now it's back to the regular movie poster.
Let's...
Kimchi.
Fucking kimchi. That's so 43%.
Freddy vs. Jason was rotten at 41%.
No, motherfucker, man. I want to nail one.
You're at 9 points.
Okay. I need to nail this one then.
This one is going to be by far the most difficult.
Okay.
This is from
I got it.
2008. It's a local story for us because it took place in Goodyear, Arizona, based off of a true story. A couple retreat from an awkward evening after a failed marriage proposal turns into a fighting for their lives from a group of masked invaders who are hell-bent on killing them. This is starring Liv Tyler and Scott Speedman, directed by Brian Bertino. The Strangers.
I love you, Jimmy.
You're my girl. What is it, like 4 in the morning?
Hello?
You're gonna die.
So, fun fact about The Strangers, right? It says based on or inspired by true
Yeah,
events.
it loosely based.
Yeah. What it's more closely based on is the Helter Skelter stuff that was with Charles Manson and the whole Sharon Tate murder and all that other garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Are you familiar with that stuff?
Yeah.
Dude, I was... so, quick tangent. When I was in high school, it like the minds of serial killers like intrigued the hell out of me. So I started just reading books on them. Like I read Helter Skelter and all this other craziness. And I read about Richard Klinsky and Ted Bundy and like all of these people because it blew my mind how people's brains could just be that way. You know what I mean? And my mom was very concerned because I'm just reading all this shit about serial killers. On top of that, at the time, I had like real bad case of insomnia, so I just wasn't sleeping, I was fucking. So I just looked tired, but I'm just reading all this shit on serial killers and shit. But yeah, so that's what that was based on a good chunk because the creepiest thing that that Charles Manson had the family do was break into people's houses and just move their furniture around and leave. Like, could you imagine going in, like, coming downstairs from being asleep, and then just everything's just shifted very clearly. And you're like, what the fuck? Like that would have blown my whole mind. And then murder them later.
Yeah, that'd be fucked up.
But the strangers.
Hardest one of the night. I personally really like this film. Even the second one was really good.
There's a second one?
Yeah. They named it something different, but it's the same 3 killers that are in it.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember there being a second one. I love me some Liv Tyler, man. I'm gonna say still certified fresh, but not as high as you'd think it was. So I'm gonna say 63%.
Hang on, I gotta math this.
Okay. Well, that's unfortunate because that means it wasn't close.
Strangers is rotten.
Oh, really?
At 48%.
Damn it. So 15. So 24 is what I ended at.
18, 20, 21, 22, 23. 24 points, sir. Last game, I think you were like 93, 96, something like that.
Yeah, I was. Look at that.
Very good job there, buddy.
And do what I can, man.
And look, I would like to also point out my incredible notes that I took for every single one of these. I wrote my own synopsises for all of them.
Oh, wow. And on paper.
Yeah, I have to write it down. Otherwise I won't commit to memory. Every single one of them. Notes and shit, and like having...
Look at that.
See? This is fucking show prep right there.
That's fancy. You're up on the next one then, man. Unless you just enjoy being the host.
Oh, I don't care. I'll play.
All right.
I think your 24 is the score to beat, though. God damn. Good job, buddy. That is very, very good. Very rarely does someone go that low.
Claps in chat. I didn't even know this is a real fucking game.
I got it from the, this may shock you. The Rotten Tomatoes owner, the guy who used to run it, they got bought by some bigger company.
Because of course they did.
Yeah, he made off like a bandit too, so it was good. But Rotten Tomatoes, the owner, he would show up on the Adam Carolla podcast, and they would do the same game, and they would all play. And of course, Paul Bryan, the sound effects guy, who also is the host of the podcast called The Film Vault, he pretty much cleaned house every single game.
Yeah.
Until you would get like bullshit like Gone in 60 Seconds, 25%. And you'd be like, why the fuck? And strangely enough, the news girl, Gina Grad, did very, very well too because she's never seen any of the movies and had no bias. She'd be like, I don't know. Like, 19. Like, it was rotten. And the thing to remember about Rotten Tomatoes is that it is not kind. It's usually you're pretty low. Unless you're a Disney movie, then you're going to be in the 90s every single time.
Yeah, for sure, all the time.
And if your movie is about a transgender, or if it's a story about homosexuality, if it hits those, you're going to be through the fucking roof. If it's a war movie, you're always low. If it's comedy, you're always low. And if it's horror, you're always low. So The Quiet Place was a big deal because it 95%. And it being a horror movie, that was
pretty well done. My only gripe with The Quiet Place is why would you have another kid? Or just replace the one that you lost
on the bridge.
Because it's like, yep, that one's gone. Let's get another one that's real loud.
Yeah, they had a CPAP and a cooler.
Yeah. Like, that just didn't make any sense to me.
You're worried about popping out kids? Stop fucking. It's not that hard. Put it in the butt. Come on the tits. There's a lot of options. Strictly we are doing oral and anal at this point.
That's it. Exclusively.
The holiest of holies is completely off limits. And this is why James isn't allowed to watch my podcast.
Yep, amen. That makes sense. That makes all the sense in the world.
Corma from Scott comes back. Lovely coming back conversation.
Yep. You know, put it right in the butt.
Yep.
That's fantastic.
It's awesome.
I love it. What else we got on the docket, man? Anything?
That's it, man. We're about an hour and 38 minutes in, though, but I'm going to cut about 15, 20 minutes of this, so it's about an hour.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. Got right in there, man. Well, to everybody that is viewing us on YouTube, or are you putting them on, what's it called now, too?
Yes, I haven't started yet. This may shock you, but I got a little behind. I still have a promo to cut, and I still have... That's going to be great. It's going to be us about our podcast as if it were a wine commercial. It's going to be great.
It is going to be good. I'm
very much so in like the... do you remember when Mila Kunis did the Jim Beam commercial?
Oh, yes.
Of course you do. It'll be kind of very much inspired by that.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, I figured you'd be all right.
Hopefully everybody else is as well.
Absolutely. Let's bring it home, baby girl.
All right, man. So for those of you watching on YouTube or in the future, we're gonna be loading these beasts up on Spotify and your whatever flavor you like getting your podcast from. But for now, I am SuttySmash. This is Bloody the Elf. Right? What's your name? There he is.
Last I checked. Hang on.
Whatever you're getting. Yep.
Yeah, still Bloody the Elf.
There it is. Good. Whatever you're getting into, hopefully it treats you well. You guys are amazing for being here and taking a gander at us. We appreciate you immensely. You can follow me on all of my socials down there.
Listed below.
Yep, and Bloody the Elves as well. And from me to you, have a good one.
This is for Bloody the Elf and SuttySmash. Mahalo. All right, let's play games.
Let's do it.
All right, Cormif, we ain't done yet. That was signing off for the for the other shit.